everybody, and welcome back to Personal Training Unlocked. I am your host, Matt Mangle. Today's topic is planes of movement. Planes for training your movements. There are three main planes that you need to incorporate exercises for that prepare you for everyday life. There are three planes of basic movement that your body goes through and body areas go through daily throughout life that you want to train exercises in those planes that can translate better to when you see those planes in everyday life. So one of those planes of movement is the sagittal plane. Sagittal plane would be if you were to take something, kind of split the body and focus on movements in this plane. So if I'm walking forward, if I'm walking backward, that's a sagittal plane movement. If I'm doing a front raise, if I'm doing it all the way up top, front raise. If I'm doing a squat, if I'm doing a stepping lunge, frontwards or backwards, if I'm doing a bend, like a good morning, or a stiff-legged deadlift, something like that. All those are examples of sagittal plane movements. Next plane, plane number 2, frontal plane. Side raise, a side lateral raise, side raise up overhead. That is a frontal plane movement. That would be if you were to take something and split the body this way, right? So frontal plane movements, all right? Abduction, adduction, okay? All these things, all right? That would be an example of side lunge, like we went over in one of the other videos, or a lateral crouch walk with a band around the knees, okay? That's a frontal plane movement. So frontal plane movements can be important as well because you do see those occasionally in an adjustment if you're walking and you need to dodge somebody because they're walking, texting, not looking where they're going, you need to move sideways. Moving sideways is very important in everyday life. Number 3, as far as planes of movement, would be the transverse plane or rotational plane. It's kind of self-explanatory. Rotational movement, okay? Seated twists, Russian twists, a low to high rotation, high to low chop. Anything where there's a rotational plane of the body movement, basically that would be if you were to take a plane and you were to kind of go through the body this way, right? Rotational, or at the hip area, rotational, okay? A lot of ways we can think of rotational movements and exercises that would be good examples of those. But sagittal plane, frontal plane, transverse plane. Some exercises we do more of the compound movements, something where you go into a reverse lunge and you come up and do a curl, or you go into a reverse lunge, you come up to a high knee, or you do a front lunge, you come back to center, you step out and do a lateral lunge, you have weights and you do a curl in the center. There are multi-plane movements, and those are the ones that are the best, and those are also the ones that usually you can tell are the best because they're higher intensity on the body, they increase the ventilation rate, they increase the blood pressure, and you can do them only to a point and you have to rest and get that oxygen back. They kind of serve more as like a little intense interval in and of themselves if there's 2 or 3 planes in the exercise you're doing. So one way to approach this video is you get some information. Awesome, you know the 3 planes of movement. Another way to attack beyond that would be, am I incorporating all these planes with my upper body movements and my lower body movements? Am I incorporating 2-plane movements? Am I incorporating 3-plane movements? Think about this stuff. If you're curious about other things that you can do, other exercises you can do within these planes or around these planes, or something that has nothing to do with these planes, hey, reach out to me. ptunlocked@gmail.com. ptunlocked@gmail.com. You can find me, Matt Mangle. You can find me at facebook.com/MangleStrength. You can find me at MangleStrength on Instagram. You can find me at MangleStrength on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active. Go on to YouTube, type in, we still don't have enough to have the URL yet. We're working on it. Come on, tell your friends. Subscribe. We need more numbers. We need to get to 100 people or beyond to be able to have the URL. Until then, go on youtube.com, type in the search, Personal Training Unlocked. Subscribe, please. Click that bell so information, new videos such as this one, you get a notification on. So, Personal Training Unlocked. This has been another episode. Any questions, throw them at me. Until then, keep on lifting.